Today's video is brought to you by Oxido LED lighting. You might think that you can see just fine at night. Well, I did too, until I did this little upgrade. As you can see from this footage, here is some before Oxido LED lighting, and here is some after Oxido LED lighting. The difference is amazing. With high brightness and easy installation, Oxido LED lighting is definitely the route for you. They're easy to install, and they're available for all makes and models. Click on the link in the description below and enter promo code 612motorsports at checkout to get yourself 15% off. Now back to our video. Hello and welcome back to another episode of 612 Motorsport. And today we're going to be working on my wife's 2007 Chevy Colorado. It is a cosmetic item here on the interior of the vehicle, but it does provide a whole heck of a lot of comfort. And I am talking about the center console armrest. As you can see, it's broken. And I've done this before. This is an easy fix. It's cracked. It's just plastic. So every time you get in, you put your weight on. You lean. You get your gangster lean on. You put your weight in. That's what's gonna crack first. It's just plastic. So as you can see, it just dips way down. It's broken. There is some sort of padding in here. Not a whole lot, but enough to keep your elbow from getting too sore. It is a little tore up here, but the wife is pretty handy with the stitch, so she can take care of that. So let's take a look at inside here, and as you can see, that's what's broke. It's cracked right down the center, and that's what we're going to be fixing. We're going to be reinforcing that, and everything we need is right here in this box. So inside the box is this prefabricated metal plate that we're actually going to just install into the section here, and it's going to get pop riveted in. There's a couple holes down in this bracket here, and also up above here that's going to rivet to this section, which now when this is installed, it's going to press against the top side here and raise that up and keep it nice and tight and hard, and it's going to keep it from breaking. But there's just one thing wrong with this. For me anyways. Yes, this is a work truck. It's dirty. It's not the greatest looking thing in the world, but yet, still got to add a little touch of custom to everything. So this by itself is not going to cut it. So we're going to have to make this look nice and customize it for the wife. Now there's several things we could do with it. We could paint it. We could do just about anything to it. But I've got something special in store for this, and we're going to get started on that. So let's head over to the tailgate. So here's our piece, and like I mentioned, it's just a pre-bent piece of tin, and I could do pretty much anything with it. Paint it, leave it. You don't have to do anything necessarily. If you've been following the channel for a while, you've known that I have done this before with the same product in Stan, an S10 that I've had in the past. And for that project, we went ahead and used fabric, and we covered it in cloth because the inside of the armrest is kind of a felty material, and I wanted it to match and kind of blend in and actually be invisible. I didn't want anybody to know that there was a fix done. So we're going to follow the same lines, but instead of just using a classic standard black like we did in Stan, we're going to go ahead and jazz this up a little bit for the wife and use music note cloth. Now most of you probably don't know this about myself, or I don't really talk about my personal stuff or anything like that, but myself and my wife are very big music fans of all kinds. Been going to concerts for decades and have traveled the country to see specific bands, and well, I thought this was the perfect personal touch for one music lover. So we're going to go ahead and wrap that piece with this material And when she opens that up, it's always just a little, just kind of, you know, a little day brightener. So we're gonna go ahead and get that done.
A few moments later.
Alright, so we've got that wrapped. I was able to grab a pop rivet gun from work. We've got our 4 rivets there. And I did want to take a couple of moments to go over the actual armrest lid itself. As you can see, this is horrible. And factory, it comes with like this little foam on it, and this is what it does over time. Breaks down, leaving just the glue itself. So it's real tacky and it's kind of gross, and well, it's just not nice. If you had stuff in there and you flip your armrest up, it's all going to stick to the bottom of that. So when this armrest broke, you can see this piece kind of broke out right here. This is one piece. Now, some of that foam had also disappeared, leaving a low spot in the actual cloth itself here. So what I did is I stuffed in a little packing material inside of that, and I glued that back down. So once we put this in, that'll hold that all nice and tight, and then over time, with your elbow being on that, it's going to lay out real nice. So we're going to go ahead and throw this together. Now that we have the repair kit covered and installed, it's time to put it back on the armrest and get this project over with. A little bit of a bump there, but that'll go down over time. Plus it's a little extra cushion until then. I like it. She'll like it. And that's what's important. Well, that's going to wrap things up for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned a little something. And if you have this issue with your vehicle, Chevy, GM, Ford, I guess there's a repair kit for all of them. Just have to go out there, look on eBay, you'll find them. Relatively easy fix if you don't do anything special to the actual repair kit itself like we did by covering it, which took a little extra time. If you just put it in the way it shows up in the mail, you can have it done in about 10 minutes. It's that easy of a fix, and it's something that, you know, you don't really notice it until it's broken. And then when you go to use it and you're like, oh, you know, elbow falls into a hole or whatever. It's just kind of annoying, and you spend a lot of time in your vehicle to and from work and family events and things of that nature, picking the kids up, whatever it may be. You spend a lot of time in your car, and there's no reason you should be uncomfortable while doing it. With that being said, as always, stay positive, work hard, and make it happen.